very heavily repetitive and so on. Maybe it kind of lacks like the drops and so on, like the, you know, the fist in the air kind of thing, and it's very static. Maybe that's why people kind of experience it a little bit more loopy. If you take like Stevie Ike, for example, it is very like super repetitive, and after a while you start to hear different things that might not really be in the music, but you make that up. Or it is in the music, you don't know. When everything goes out, or the kick at least, you know, and then the kicks come back, and that record, or none of my records really have stuff like that, or the live shows either, so it is pretty static, and you have to also be in the right kind of mind to appreciate it, I guess. And a lot of people think it's just like a skipping record, but it, yeah, I guess it demands some things from the listener as well. And also you can make up whatever you want in the loops and so on, because the brain really works funny in that sense that if something gets too repetitive and if nothing really happens in the music, then you easily can create your own stuff to that music, if you understand what I mean. From a very non-musical home, even though my parents, they do enjoy listening to music, but no one, I can't really remember anyone in the whole family. Like, I think my grandmother, she used to play the accordion, that's all, and no one else. And yeah, they're not so into music at all. But in Sweden, it's, yeah, the culture of having kids playing instruments is very big, especially when I was growing up. Everyone has to start to play the recorder, so that's where I probably found my interest in music in an early age. When I was, yeah, maybe 13 or something, I was playing mostly, yeah, screaming in a punk band, but then I started to play the guitar as well, and that's what I did for most of the time. Played guitar. We call ourselves the Devils. There was a lot of Ramones, of course, and so on like that, and more like the more rocky punk stuff, not really the hardcore stuff. I got introduced to, through MTV actually, the Orbs, Little Fluffy Clouds, when that came out. And I liked it a lot. But back then, sensitive teenagers, you know, you had to belong to something. I didn't really talk about that. I started to enjoy that type of music when you were a punk. That was also when I realized that this is something that I want to try to do. And I had a TR-505 since quite some time because I used to play to it by myself at home. And then we had some cheap, really crappy synthesizers, me and a friend, and we started to make music together. Just recording on a 4-track and yeah, very influenced by Daft Punk, and then later on very much by Warp. I never consider myself as a techno artist either. Okay, I make electronic music, that's the thing that we have in common. And it's a 4/4 beat, but there's a 4/4 in so much other things as well, and you don't have to consider it techno in a way. And yeah, I never felt like a part of the techno scene at all, really. Even though we perform, we used to perform in those clubs, and right now it seems that people mix a lot more. you can't really tell. You can't really say what they are doing always. Like, yeah, for example, what is the fuck buttons? What is that? Is that electronic music, or you know? I think mixing everything up a little bit more, and it's getting more and more rare, in a way, with a guy with a laptop. People are trying to get away from that if you do electronic music.